finally got around. Finally got around to getting this game. Hope it. Oh, I hope it's like I want it to be. 58,200. That's interesting. New game. Empty slot. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowned his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case stable looking for his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Boston, 1924. I am a huge H.P. Lovecraft fan, so I really, really have high hopes for this game. I hope that thing's not too loud. Let's move it a little bit, maybe. Yeah, that might work. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man whose callousness can remain sane with hideous sin. H.P. Lovecraft. Oh, okay. Just throwing it straight in there, I see. I gotta see that motion blurs. Don't really have much motion blur. Games, direct. That's always fun.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
I feel like it might be important going into this one. I guess I should have done from the inside. Oh, that sound.
What a putrid offering.
Yeah. Is that an orca? Not an orca. No, yeah, not orca. Killer. That's oh.
Don't fight. You have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written.
Okay.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Yeah, okay.
I hate whiskey.
Well, private detective being attracted to Wentworth Detective Agency. After the war says that in Boston there is no lack of those detailed scores disappearances are not actually disappearances. The old office sketches. This one's in a real bed. I can probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Yeah, I can, yeah. Inventory. I have a lighter. Lost battalion. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, now this is gonna be interesting. Mental trauma. Edward Pierce. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Okay. This is...
I wonder why I still take these things. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Okay, this is...
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders.
I have seen this
That's
picture
courage.
before. That was...
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Allocate your character points each point. So I have 8 available. Spot hidden in objects. That's cool. We'll add one here. Add one here. 2 on, add another to occultism, shall we? 2 on yeah, we'll go and level up occultism. Eloquence. Yeah, we'll go with that for now.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Hitting close to the chest there.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at you. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin. What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Oh, that's cool. I actually enjoy that.
I used to be an avid reader. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
This ought to be interesting. Well, you're seeming all right so far. It's, controls are a little,
All I have to do is go to
little
the
wonky,
port.
but
I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
I just hope it just barely lives up to H.P. Lovecraft's stories. One can hope. Enter madness. I'd say smoking will kill you, but I mean, we all know what's really gonna happen here.
We're almost there.
Steve Bloom, was that you? Call of Cthulhu.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Yeah, no, that is not.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You see how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't...
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. Oh, yeah? It's a sign. There's something...
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw it just like me. That bum deserved a lesson.
Yeah, but he's a regular, and you're not.
I can see that you and I are off to a bad start. I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Let's see if I can't.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege. Anything else?
That's about it.
That'll be all for now.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Mrs. Baker always drinks free. The game, it looks alright.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Let's see, I'm assuming that... Assuming that she is Cat.
I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Okay.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something...
What could have done so much?
You can't understand. You're not...
I wonder how close am I to getting the next Oh, medicine and occult skills can only be improved by discovering things in the environment. Oh, okay. That's actually kind of neat. I guess let's bump up. Okay, investigation's up high. Let's bump up psychology.
Sailors, it's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Oh, you hooked me in the trick, you bastard.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give. St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Can't believe that boosted occultism? Maybe? Let's see. Was that boosted or was that just... I can't remember this.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Enjoying the game?
It's alright so far. It's got its issues. You can tell it's...
What's with you wandering
relatively
around
lower
here like a
budget
hungry
game.
dog?
Cat, she's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
I am.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Oh, so is that Dingo here?
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
I don't have Twitch up, so I can't tell who's using their words with me.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Yeah, it be me.
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
The badge?
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay. Spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks.
Yeah.
Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
And there are others who would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
I feel like he's gonna die now.
Sorry. I really can't talk about them.
That's fair. Fair enough.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that
It's a little
smell on your
knife.
breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
I feel like this is
You live
definitely-
here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I didn't have to. Yeah.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quiet.
Voice acting's definitely.
That's all we need for them to hear us.
What
Definitely
brings you
hit
to
and miss.
dark water?
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
The yellow one doesn't seem drunk at all. Just seems like a poor voice actor. One on the right seems.
I've taken
alright.
enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Not this way.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Let's try it.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
We can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
Let's go ahead and talk to her. Is this her?
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
A cetacean.
like to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said
Interesting. There's an asylum.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
You shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
There! You're speaking ill, you see?
He's not speaking ill, he's
It's
just telling
your
the truth.
proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
I told you to beat it.
This is already...
You again.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. But anything else?
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
I read the article on the interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch.
Exceptional 2 inch
Biggest
what?
whale ever caught.
Sorry.
And they saved Darkwater from famine.
You seem to know Charles.
Well, we all knew she was famous then.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, come on.
Drinking it here. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Okay. Gotta figure out how to get inside warehouse 36. I'm missing something. Didn't go far enough. Okay. Spot.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Okay.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Neat.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Okay, so I need the, So it's very much a puzzle mystery game, so I think I can get...
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
I think I can get behind this. I really do. I mean, I enjoy these type of games, and...
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
And they're not always... I mean, yeah, they're not always the best, you know, visually, or they don't always have the best voice actors and everything, but... The story and the experience is what's major about it, and I'm okay with it all. So, were those the only two I needed, or did I need something
A slow
else?
burner game.
Yeah, exactly. I doubt there'll be a ton of action. Oh, I'm still missing something? Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Where's this last part at? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Ah!
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
A little too much exposition. I could have done without him saying, now I have to turn the handle. I mean, I guess if it's supposed to be a voice in the head type deal, I'm okay with that, I suppose, but... It does look dangerous. Ooh. 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 I'm getting stoned.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Otherwise, I'm already dead. I kind of would have liked if it all just went up in flames. That would have been pretty great, actually. Wait, is that it down here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's... What? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That... And this is why we don't eat kale.
This is primitive.
I'd say maybe limscat signs, infinity, fish. Headphones going weird.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Okay, I got a point. Alright, spot hidden. Increases chances of finding a hidden object. Psychology, human behavior. I'm close to leveling that up. Or I could get eloquence. Eloquence might be okay as well. And fluency. Let's go with psychology. That one seems like it could be really useful. Wait a minute. Did I read that right? Okay. I can reset it. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Enter a reconstruction scene. Okay.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages?
Oh, it's like the
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Sherlock Holmes breaking down the scene type thing. That's actually kind of neat.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Oh, that is bright. Oh,
someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You sent your men away.
The company that made this game did some Sherlock Holmes stuff before this game.
Police officer and one hardened veteran.
How dare you? I am a representative of the law.
Relax. Look what I found. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene?
And
Interesting.
The voice acting.
I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
I can already tell it.
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
I feel like this game could be so good.
Again.
But so far, again, it's a slow
This
burn.
case has nothing to do
beginning.
with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Who are you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
That's a pretty good ways away, I'd say. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Enter madness. Oh, my knee. Want some candies. Someone's watching me. Chasing me. Oh wait, nope. I would argue the whole generic white protagonist thing, but it does take place in the early 1900s.
Hawkins Mansion.
I mean,
the place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Sam or Dean?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Oh, he's the one that got smiley-faced. Okay. Cool.
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
What do I do, Dingo? I think I'll refuse it. I think I'm gonna refuse it.
You stay here and keep an eye on things.
Okay. But don't get the impression that I'll leave you alone inside the mansion.
Your playthrough, so you
Poe's
do you.
prophetic raven.
That was a legitimate jump scare. Okay.
1693. This house is much older than it seems, but the architecture seems too recent. Poor kid. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
Oh, I thought I saw some things that Charles did.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Uh-oh.
You can ask Officer Bradley if it's true. He's right behind me.
Bradley? A good guy. Not as dumb as you think.
Ah, that's right. He'll tell you that we're working together.
Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Terrible old
Let's
man.
see
That's,
what more I can learn from this mansion.
That's one of Lovecraft's stories. Oh, is that what the trophy's gonna be? The trophy's gonna be names of its stories. That'll be pretty cool.
This gate is locked.
Definitely Definitely an exploration game. Definitely. Got nothing wrong with that though. Oh, is this Silas's hut? Somebody likes his axes.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
That's fair.
Piers, shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm coming with you. There's no way I'll leave you alone in there without a watchful eye.
Okay, gotta use the restroom.
Follow me. I know the place.
But
who left this light on?
Shouldn't I leave? Look, that's one of the vermin.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Gross. But let's see what happens. Okay.
This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door. Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Okay, I'd like if it didn't automatically just go, hey, do the reconstruction mode or whatever. I mean, it's neat. I like it. It's just
They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Did someone escape the fire? The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
yeah, it's official. The police.
I think that some of your colleagues should turn in their badges. This room is bursting with evidence that seriously contradicts the official inquiry.
Well, of course, Mr. Holmes. Like what?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Honestly, you don't find that suspicious?
That's troubling, I have to admit. But I trust Silas. And Dr. Fuller is an authoritative figure. The mainland folks are damned envious that he's here with us. A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on. I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I suspect this lamp caused the fire.
That's what the investigation suggested, too.
But does your report mention the bloodstains? The lamp didn't fall, it was thrown at someone.
For heaven's sakes, no. The report doesn't mention that.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Alright, let's do a little bit of character leveling. I got what? I got 4 of them. Cool. So I can finish up eloquence, which is okay. Spot hidden, and psychology. I can already bump up psychology completely. Or investigation. So
Stats that you don't disturb anything.
Detective Edward Pierce.
If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Why? It's not a crime scene anymore.
This door is locked.
It's a miss. History of medicine in the 18th century. Oh wait, that's a new thing. What does it say in the... Nope, that one. Submerged City. Edward, while investing the Hawkins, Pierce entered. Okay. So this is that's going to be interesting. That is going to be really interesting. You know, on how that's implemented. I mean,
these bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person. The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside.
So he went that way, so I'm gonna go the way I can't go. There's something hidden.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Oh.
Dated 1818.
Let's burn it. Anything under here? Interesting. I don't see anything. Yeah, so it's somewhere in here. There is a hidden... How does the... So there must be an item that is to something or whatever that I can't find. Oh no, it's right there.
A crowbar. Could prove useful. This door is blocked from the outside.
The audio's on point, I'll give them that. That music, yeesh.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This place was falling apart long before the fire.
That doesn't bode well. Okay. Creepy paintings. The human body, a comparative analysis. A precise and very detailed treatise on the particularities of the human body compared to the animal world. The simplicity of its writing and the vulgarization of its vocabulary make it accessible to the profane. Yeah! So... oh wow, those go up slow. Now I'm wondering if I should have leveled those up earlier.
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Another crowbar. Well, something is crowed. We can definitely bar it. Wait, what?
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Anton Weller. High respect. Foresight. No one continued to close my eyes on every evening. Last week she terrified my clientele. Now that she was so hard. Oh. I'm sorry, what?
Locked.
Oh, yeah. Come, no. No,
The boys' room.
No, you don't. I'm not cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the boys fucked up too. Yeah, that's just.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
And the
sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
What's gonna be there? Hiya! I have fire. What? How did I?
Locked.
Oh, wait a minute. So, run that. Yep. Sarah Hawkins' office. Yeah, look at that. Oh, God. Okay.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
I would... Yes, she was.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Okay, hang on a second. Jesus. I 1608.
It seems
okay.
The last one.
What year is this again? 1924? I gotta figure out this exchange rate. That's a $1,700 payday in 1924. That's a... That's a significant amount. $100 is the equivalent of $1,400. So 16
was given for free to a Francis Sander.
If my math is right. Oh, there we go. Inflation calculator. Initial year 1924. 1680. Submit. Jeez. Jeez. That painting that she sold is the equivalent of $25,000.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Like, for a world-renowned...
The door is blocked on the other side.
There's a symbol. That's a weird old man.
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
What's gonna be there?
Bradley? Is that you?
Oh, this bodes well.
Is anyone there?
This bodes very well. It's growing on me. It's definitely growing on me. There's the scratches, so... I'll admit, like, the artist for this game is great. I'm sorry, what? Is that...
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far. This door is blocked from the outside.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
Where did he go?
It looks like an old Seaway map.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
I don't either, so... No. I think I got an idea, but... That was very suddenly just yanking you from...
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
They really just unceremoniously yanked us from that room at the top of the stairs. So I want to go back to those stairs. What can I find in here? Really? Come on. I guess it meant it as an action piece, I suppose. And can't jump back down. Cool.
Seems like this came from a log.
Oh, no, wait, no, what is this now? Dark water sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton's Tommy says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday, May 30th. I referred it when the whales disappeared without trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. We dropped anchor near a village. These haven't say the waters are red with the blood of sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told him that I only feared God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I am scared. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. The size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. We caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes on. It will go in memory as the biggest sketch ever. We have died, but we have gained glory. We've beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty hold. Drusilla and Hamilton are only memories.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Oh, that's obvious.
As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
3553. Oh,
looks like it worked.
Man! Would you look at that?
Well done, Pierce.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an open. I must find a way to... With this, I should be able to force the gears.
Well done, Pierce.
I feel like I'm still missing something, though. What could I be missing? Oh well. I couldn't see it.
The secret passage, under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
Someone's been here recently.
Yep, didn't think so. So I missed something back there.
Three seats.
About another hour or so, I think.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
What is this?
What is this mask supposed to represent?
Was it Yig? Dog Sothoth?
Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house.
Or was it Sarah Hawkins? Oh, no, I suppose it would have to be Charles.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
Ah, that's how she saw. That's what happened. Possibly, maybe. Is there anything else to see? Doesn't appear so.
This symbol, what does it mean? A disfigured saint. What does it mean?
Well, go on. Jump.
Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Wait a minute, crowbar. Oh yeah, this bodes well. This bodes very well.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
That's gotta be important. Ooh.
An old diary. A sad way to go.
I mean, it would be sad, sure,
These
but
paintings must be several centuries
I
old.
feel like it'd be quick. Better than the madness that ensues. Any of it. Praise be to Cthulhu.
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
Yeah, that's Cthulhu, alright. A way to get down to investigate that? I believe that's Cthulhu. Sort of sits, well, kind of crouched. Wings, tentacles. Man, dragon, squid.
Time has weakened these structures.
More of that gas.
I don't have time to search them all.
Yeah, you do.
This oil again. What is it used for?
I can bounce.
What's going on here?
Beers.
Keep your voice down. We're not alone. We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay, so if I'm... Yep. Fungle enough Cthulhu, yeah, full. No, target. Fungle enough Cthulhu, full not enough target. Praise be to Cthulhu. House really a dead Cthulhu voice screaming.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh, it can't breathe. What's happening?
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Is it my turn?
Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream. pre-Columbian tribal dagger, probably destined for scarification rituals. I can't read Latin.
Oh, I got 5 points available. Okay, cool. Okay, so my cult is fairly high, so that's cool. That's not quite, alright. So, spot hidden. Might as well go ahead and bump up psychology to the next level. 5 eloquence, I can bump up. Spot hidden. So since I can, I'll go ahead and bump this up all the way.
Damn it.
That water just sounds terrifying. It's not even, it doesn't sound bad or anything, it just sounds like there's something crawling in it.
You who sleeps, accept this dream under your immortal doom.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitaga.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinka.
Grant him...
I feel him.
Shh. You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
Okay.
Bring me more sacred flesh.
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that? Again, this primitive writing.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Yeah, there's gotta be something over here, right? Yes, no, no. No, no, no. Okay. assume I'm not supposed to get too close to him, otherwise it's game over. Although I kind of want to now. I feel like they're about to come up behind me anyways. I'm surprisingly clean.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it! Charles, you shouldn't have seen this.
In. I need to get out of here.
Oh, this won't work. Oh wow, I can make it. Okay, the game's very cinematic. I mean, the cinematic portions. The set pieces. Set pieces are great.
My leg.
So did you die? Grab that lantern. He died. This is a little, oh. Not a fan of this. This is...
Light. At last.
Ow. More beer is what is needed. Tentacle face.
No!
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. A strong subject.
Tentacle fingers. Ooh.
There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him for.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa! Go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead! What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No! What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me.
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Oh.
This foul gas again.
I think this is where it gets interesting.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scrawled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings. No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams. When the last of them rises up, you will choose. but the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awake and free me.
Okay.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. I saw the nurses at work on a patient. It wouldn't be good for me to get caught.
You must avoid them at all costs. If someone found out that I released you from your room, I'd never find work in a hospital again.
So nice of you to worry about me like that.
Do not be unpleasant, Mr. Pierce. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood. What does this mean? Sarah? Am I in an asylum? What did he write about the painting? This is no medicine. Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors. Why this strange symbol repeated over and over? If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him. Poor wretch.
Surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible horrible place, as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
I told you not to let her come down. I know. If you do it again,
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
I saw something over there. Is there anybody around here?
Good God. What could this machine be used for? Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Worse and worse. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel.
Robert Walker?
Have I activated anything? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. What will happen if I increase the current to the limit? I can still increase the load. I can still increase the load.
Which one am I missing? Ah.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods. Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here. Dementia? Self-inflicted wounds?
I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not see him. I do not hear him. He does not call me. He does not call me. He calls me. If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, I catch him. If I catch him, I sleep. If I sleep, am I dead? Get me out! Don't let me sleep in here.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And swells and has the strength of oceans. Its waves rise and crash, leaving behind them only a trail of white, nourishing foam. He is my master.
I'll go take a look. This way.
This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. I can still increase the load. It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. Dementia, self-inflicted wound, anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising. Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here. Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods. It's done. Now for the others.
Good.
Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. Just got a few days to go. Yeah, that's it. 4 days a week. No more. I think I got the right date. My calculations are always right. It's the date. It's the dates of the spring. That's the problem. I don't know what this date is. But the calculations, they're right. 4 days.
I'll go take a look.
Oh, come on. There's no way.
Hey!
Alright. Oh well. I'm getting a bit tired, so I'm gonna call that for tonight. It's getting there. It's getting to the point. I'll catch everyone next time.